Have you noticed how everyone talks about aging with dignity, wisdom, and peace? Advertisements show smiling grey-haired couples walking on the beach or playing chess in the park, like life after 80 becomes a retirement fairy tale. But real life is quieter and often lonelier. What people don't say is how silence becomes a companion, the empty chair in the living room, the phone call that never came, the quiet ache of feeling left behind in a world that won't slow down for you. And here's the truth no one likes to say out loud. Loneliness after 80 isn't just emotional. It's physical, it's daily, and it's invisible. Worse yet, you can be surrounded by people and still feel completely alone. That's why we made this video. Not to romanticize aging, but to face it, with honesty, with courage. If you're nearing 80 or already there, this video is for you. It's a mirror. It might be hard to look into, but only when we face what's real can we start to heal. Take a deep breath, because today we're exploring brutal realities of aging loneliness and why facing them might just protect your mind, your body, and your joy for life. Part 1. Silence is not just the absence of sound. Have you ever noticed how silence can actually be loud? After 80, what scares many people isn't the pain in the knees or the blurry vision. It's the silence that greets you when you wake up and realize no one depends on you anymore. The house is clean, the fridge has food, but there's no voice saying good morning, no footsteps, no one waiting for you to come back from the bakery. And the dangerous part? That silence starts to feel normal, like a dripping roof. You hear it, you live with it, but you no longer try to fix it. The problem is, silence like that begins to damage the brain. Research shows that chronic loneliness in older adults is strongly linked to cognitive decline. Yes, being alone too often literally speeds up the aging of the mind. This isn't just emotional, it's biological. The human brain is social by nature. It needs conversations, even short ones, just like it needs food or rest. When there's no exchange, no connection, the brain starts to power down. It's as if it says, if no one is listening, why keep trying? And most families don't even notice. They think their elderly parent is just quiet or tired, when in reality that person may be slowly disappearing into the silence. So if you're a senior and you feel this happening, don't accept it as part of life. Reach out. Make the call. Say hello to a neighbor. Sometimes a short exchange is enough to keep the mind alive. And if you're not a senior but someone you love is over 80, know that a visit, a phone call, a 5-minute conversation can make all the difference. You might be the only voice breaking that silence. And that might be everything. If you've made it this far, type number 1 in the comments and leave a like. Subscribe to the channel and share this video. These small actions help this channel grow and reach more people who need support and guidance for healthy aging. Part 2. When photos stop making sense. There comes a moment when even the photos start to lose their warmth. You look at the frame on the shelf, the kids on the beach, your wife smiling at your anniversary dinner, a grandchild on your lap, so full of life. But suddenly those pictures no longer hug you the way they used to. Nostalgia begins to carry weight. What once felt sweet turns into a quiet kind of ache. It's not obvious sadness, it's more subtle. It's that strange emptiness that creeps in when you realize you're surrounded by memories, but have no one left to share them with. After 80, that feeling grows, because many of the people who lived those moments with you are no longer here, and those who are busy, living their own lives. You start having too many memories and not enough conversations. And that, my friend, is one of the most brutal truths about aging loneliness. It's not just the absence of company in the present, it's the absence of witnesses to your past. You remember everything in detail. The smell of your mother's cooking, the laugh of your best friend, the sound of the radio on a Sunday morning, but no one remembers it with you. It's as if, little by little, your story is fading, and that feeling of no longer existing in anyone else's memory can hurt more than any aching joint. But there's something you can still do. Write your story. Tell it. Record it. Share it. If no one remembers, then teach. If no one asks, offer. Because even if the world seems to have moved on, what you lived still has value. And as long as you can tell your story, you are still here. And that still matters. If you felt this, type number 2 in the comments. Share this video with someone who might be feeling the same way, and if you haven't yet, consider subscribing to the channel. These small actions help this message reach the people who truly need to hear it. Part 3. When no one touches you anymore. There's a kind of absence that most people don't even notice. It's the absence of touch. After 80, the body begins to feel that emptiness more intensely. It's not just missing someone, it's missing a hug, a gentle hand on your arm, someone holding your hand without rushing. You might go days, weeks, even months without being touched by another person. No handshake, no pat on the back, no brush of fingers, and slowly, your body begins to feel like it's disappearing. Science confirms it. Human touch activates areas of the brain linked to joy, memory, and connection. It lowers stress, balances heart rate, even strengthens immunity. But when touch disappears, something inside us begins to shut down. At 80, many live in silence, but also without skin. They're not touched. They're not looked at with warmth. They're treated in a hurry, as if their time is worth less. And gradually, the absence of touch becomes an absence of worth, as if the body was just another object, waiting quietly for the end. But it doesn't have to be this way. If your hands still have strength, use them to give affection. Hug someone near you. Hold someone's hand. And if you're younger, visit a senior, touch with respect, hold with care. Sometimes a single human touch can save a soul that was ready to give up. If this resonated with you, type number 3 in the comments. Subscribe to the channel and share this video. It helps us keep making messages that reach not just the mind, but also the heart. Part 4. When you start feeling like a burden. No one says it out loud, but you can tell, in the tone of voice, in the rushed answers, in the eyes that look away. After 80, many begin to carry a kind of invisible pain. The feeling that you're in. The way you ask for something small but feel like you've disturbed someone. You call and hear the impatience in their voice. You want to talk, but they're always too busy. It's not lack of love, it's not cruelty. Sometimes life is just moving too fast, but the result is the same. A heavy silence that says, without words, you're a burden. That silence builds up. And one day, you start to withdraw, you avoid asking for help. You stop expressing your feelings. You even avoid existing too loudly. But that, my friend, is dangerous. Because those who begin to hide eventually begin to vanish. You're not here by accident, you matter, even if no one says it out loud. And if the world has become too busy to listen, then speak up. Not with noise, but with presence. Show them you are still part of life, not a burden to it. And if someone around you seems to be fading, pull them back. Let your actions say you still matter. Look them in the eyes. Ask for real. Listen with patience, because sometimes all a person needs to not give up is the feeling that their existence still makes a difference. If this spoke to you, type number 4 in the comments. Subscribe to the channel and share this video. You might be helping someone step out of silence, out of shame, and back into life. Part 5. Life still wants something from you. You've made it this far. And that by itself says a lot. After everything you've been through, all the losses, silences, pain, and new beginnings, you're still here. And that's not by accident. There's a silent, cruel belief that after 80, life has no more plans for you. That now it's just about waiting, resting, slowly fading away. But that belief is wrong. And deep down, you know it, even when your body aches. Even when the loneliness bites, something inside you still pulses. You are still an example. You are still living memory. You're the last tree of an old forest, and your shadow still offers shelter. There are young people who will only understand the value of life by hearing your voice. Grandchildren who will only learn strength by watching what you endure in silence. Neighbors, caregivers, even strangers, who will live differently because they saw you living. Life still wants something from you, and it's not greatness, it's presence, it's truth, it's the courage to remain, even when the world pretends not to see. So don't dim your light. Don't turn into a footnote. Your story is still being written. If this touched you, type number 5 in the comments. Subscribe to the channel and share this video with someone who needs to hear this. These small actions help us grow, but more importantly, they help us spread the truth that aging is not fading, it's evolving. If you've made it this far, take a deep breath. This video wasn't just made to inform you, it was made to remind you that there is still time, still life, and still value in every new morning. Loneliness may be there, the losses may have left their marks, but your existence still carries weight, still makes an impact, and above all, still has meaning. At 80, many things change, but one truth remains: you are still writing the story of your life, and it doesn't have to end in silence. Here at Elder Longevity, we believe in that. We believe aging is not about hiding. It's about blooming in a new way, with courage, with wisdom, with dignity. If this message touched you in any way, leave a comment. Just write the word present. That single word says it all. You are here, you matter. Subscribe to the channel. Share this video, not for the numbers, but so more people can find light when everything feels dark. And if you want to keep reflecting with us, click the next video now showing on the screen. There, you'll discover simple habits that can renew your mind and body even after 80. We'll meet you there.